Hi. Yeah, sorry. I haven't done a movie in a while because I was busy. So anyway, there actually hasn't been a lot going on lately. I've just been teaching classes. I've been feeling a little bit more tired lately. Probably because of the cold weather. It's really hard waking up in the morning. Waking up, well, waking up is not a problem. Actually, getting out of bed is the problem. So, yeah, I felt kind of tired lately. Um, but classes seem to be going well. As you know, I'm in the final trimester of the school year before the new school year starts in April. And I've got about 1.5 months left. So yeah, I'm closing up January, and January was Chinese New Year and what else? Chinese New Year and some other stuff. Turns out that my fourth grade teacher. I actually don't even remember what I mentioned in my last video, so I hope I'm not repeating anything. But my fourth grade teacher, she had the kids do like a speed game where we put all of the Chinese zodiacs in order, and apparently the order is supposed to be starting from the year of the mouse, then cow, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, boar. Now, before we started all of those lessons, I had no idea. Okay, I did have a slight idea of what the order was, but I didn't have it memorized. Now I have no problems doing it because we ended up doing a speed game to see how fast you can say all of them. So we would have all of the pictures up on the board lined up, and the fourth grade teacher, my supervisor, she had me say all of them really fast. So I said mouse, cow, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, boar. And first time doing it took me 4 seconds. And the kids were like, eh, eh. And I mean, I was kind of surprised too that I could say it that fast. But it turns out the kids really, really like that game. They really like to see how long it takes them to say it. So I started using that for all of my other classes from fourth grade and up, not only at that school, but at my other school. And yeah, all the kids really like it. Sometimes the teachers try. Um, my fastest time is 2 seconds. So yeah, it's pretty fun to do. So now I know all the Chinese zodiacs in order in English. I haven't gotten down Japanese yet. It's kind of funny because with some of the classes, if there's enough extra time left, I'll let them do it in Japanese to see how fast they can say it. It varies with class. Some classes, the students can't even do it in Japanese because I don't know if it's because they're looking at the English words and can't, like they're trying to translate the English, or if they just don't have it memorized. Some kids have the Japanese memorized down perfectly and they can do it in 2 seconds. I had one girl who did it in 1 second, but yeah, for some students, it's harder to do Japanese than it is to do English, which is kind of funny. But I can't even do it in Japanese. I think it's Neo Shitora. I forgot. Neo Shitora u Tatsumi Uma Hitsuji Saru Tori Inui. I think. I think that's right. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. So that really works. If you're ever teaching uh, the animals of the Chinese zodiac to the kids playing that kind of game. It could probably, I mean, I'm sure it works with any other subject too. I haven't tried it yet, but months, maybe. Months might be too long to say. Other animals, fruit, instruments, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, the kids like it. Um, what else? Oh, so on Thursday, I had my first open school. Now, Open school, it sounds pretty straightforward, but I mean, in Japanese they call it open skuru. Open school. Basically, it just means parents are free to come visit the school, go into the classrooms, and watch classes and that kind of thing. Um, I've been asked by teachers if I was nervous about it, and I wasn't really, provided I have a good lesson, you know, because at this particular school, my supervisor makes the lessons. So, you know, as long as the lesson is decent, I don't have a problem doing it. Um, but yeah, it was actually kind of interesting. I had to dress up, of course, as expected. So we had our first writing activities. That happened to be the first day of our writing. That the that I've had to give writing activities to the sixth and fifth graders, and it was Romaji practice, that kind of thing. So the parents were able to see that. They were able to hear them sing songs in English, and practice words and that kind of thing. So yeah, that went pretty well. Um, I think some of the parents, with the fifth graders, they had an activity where I had a box full of stuff, and we had to practice what's this and it's, because a lot of times when I ask them a question, I ask them, what day is it today? How is the weather? What time is it? Okay, what's this? Okay, often they say skirt, January, cloudy, 142. Like um, they don't say it's, because it's, in Japanese it would be des. They expect you to say des at the end. Um, I know a lot of kids, when they're talking to the teachers and they say something, the teachers will say des because you're supposed to add des at the end. You're supposed to say it's, just not just saying an answer and that's it. So I was teaching them how to say it's sorry. It's like, for example, we were doing clothing. So what's this? It's a skirt. It's a scarf. It's a, what else? It's a shirt. That kind of thing. And I also we reviewed the difference between and an. So I gave them a picture of an apron, and I made them say it's an apron. So yeah, we had to review that. And so I had this box of stuff, and I would pull something out, and I would ask, what's this? And they would say, it's a basketball, it's a rainbow, it's a duck, that kind of thing. So I made each of the students pull something out. And then, the parents, they're in the back, watching. And, we had a few minutes left, so I actually went to the back of the classroom and I had some of the teachers pull stuff out, and they were kind of surprised. Um, I, I don't think they minded too much being put on the spot. I mean, if they were paying attention, like, their English is better than the students, of course, so they can say simple stuff like it's and, that kind of thing. So I think the parents were kind of surprised and maybe pleased that I, involved them in the class because they were there. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to show them that English class is fun. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. So hopefully I've impressed them. Uh, I don't know. With every week that passes by, I start to feel like I maybe I'm actually a natural at teaching. I don't know how or why that is. Um, yeah, I'm really sure why that is, but I feel very comfortable teaching. Um, yeah, it's fun. Um, let's see what else is there to talk about. Not much else to talk about. Um, let's see. Oh, I guess I can get your thoughts on cold weather. Now, I know it's really, really cold in some parts of America right now. Um, and of course, it would be common sense to bundle up, especially children. We tend to bundle up our children as much as possible, make sure they stay warm. Um, in in Japan, at least at school, it's kind of different. I mean, of course, they make sure the kids stay warm, but, you know, don't be surprised if, you're in Japan and you see a kid at school wearing shorts and knee socks in the winter because it's common. Um, I've had teachers ask me, like in the staff room or something, like they'll ask me, "Aren't you cold? Aren't you cold?" And because it looks like I'm not wearing that much, I'm actually wearing like three layers of shirts and like two pairs of tights and that kind of thing. So, I'm like, "Oh, not that cold," and their reaction is, "Oh, you're so young," and I'm thinking, is it really related? Maybe they have the idea that younger people are able to handle the cold better than older people. Maybe that's true. I don't know. But yeah, like it's common to see a child wearing shorts or a skirt and knee socks. You would never, well, can't say you would never. Uh, Most adults don't wear that kind of stuff. You might see the occasional gyaru wearing like shorts and thigh-high socks or something like that, but most Japanese adults don't do that. But yeah, it's common for kids to do it, and sometimes I wonder, when a teacher asks me, "Are you cold?" I'm thinking maybe you should ask the kids if they're cold, because I mean, I don't think I could ever go out like that. But yeah, what do you think about that? Because we don't do that in America. Like if if we saw a kid in America wearing shorts, in the winter, walking with their parents or something, we would think, what are their parents thinking? That kind of thing. We would think that the kid was crazy, and we would think that the parents are crazy for letting them go out, with not enough clothing on in the winter. But it's apparently, common here. Even in December when we had our marathon, they were practicing, you know, they were running laps and they were practicing in their uniforms, which are shorts and a t-shirt. So apparently kids are supposed to be better adapted to the cold, which is kind of weird because it's not like you're building up their immunity to the cold, because apparently when you get older, you're expected to wear more layers of clothing. So I don't see the point of not wearing that many layers for a kid, but I don't know. So anyway, yeah, guess I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. What else? Really not that much going on. January is coming to a close. February. What's February? February, we're supposed to be starting speeches with the 5th and 6th graders. And I think this is going to be probably maybe one of my tougher lessons, one of my lessons that requires a lot more explanation, a lot more detail, and I think I have to push them harder. The 6th graders are getting ready to go to middle school, and I have to prepare them for middle school and make sure they have the basics when they start actual real English classes. And the 5th graders, they're getting there too. They have to get a head start so that they can get a good start in 6th grade. So I think this might be my most challenging yet, because it's not just, okay, repeat after me, and we say like vocabulary words. Like they have to get grammar points. They have to actually start to put compositions together. This is this person. He does this. He likes this. Like they have to start making, a well constructed composition of sentences all related to one subject, not just this is an apple, this is an orange, this is a pen, or something like that. So, yeah, that's going to be challenging. But at one of my schools, I don't think it's a problem. I definitely think they can do it. It's at my smaller school. I definitely have confidence in them because in the past few weeks they've been doing so well. It's amazing. Like, I'm amazed every week at what they know. Um, the other school, the bigger school, ironically the school where my lessons are made for me, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about them, but hopefully, they'll be able to get it too, because I don't want the sixth graders from both schools going to the same middle school, and we've got kids from the smaller school who have no problem doing everything, and then, the other kids from the other school don't know anything. But, I'm pretty sure that when they come together at that middle school, they'll pick it up. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Oh, I guess while I'm talking about the sixth graders, I might have mentioned before that in the beginning, the sixth graders at one of my schools, they were so quiet, so uninvolved, so bored during class. It seemed like they were just completely bored during class. That class, it's amazing the turnaround they've made. Um, this week, I don't know what it was. This week, I asked them the usual questions. How are you? What's the date? What day is it today? What time is it? How's the weather? I asked them the usual questions. As soon as I said, how are you? Like, some of the kids just shot up their hands. And they're like, oh, ooh, ooh, pick me, pick me, pick me. And not only that, but normally I have these little magnets with the days of the week and the weather, and I put them on the board and I have them repeat. I didn't bring them with me that time, so I wrote it on the. I was about to write it on the board, so I say, what day is it today? One of the kids said, it's Wednesday. I asked, I asked the class, how do you spell it? But they didn't catch the how do you spell part. They just saw me holding up the chalk and assumed that I wanted one of them to write it. So two of the boys actually came up and started, like, I didn't even call them. They were like, oh, ooh, ooh, I can write. And they came up to the board and they started writing Wednesday. And I was impressed. I was impressed at, not that they could write Wednesday, I was impressed at the fact that they were so involved all of a sudden. Like, they were just so completely involved in the lesson, writing Wednesday. Cloudy. When I asked how's the weather, it's cloudy. When I asked what time is it, I think I forget what the time was. It's like 1:42 or something, like 1:42, 1:52, something like that. And yeah, they wanted to write. They wanted to write out in words, 1:52, and I don't know what it was with them because they're not usually like that. But it made me really happy because sixth grade tends to be that year where they've just gotten bored with the ALTs and they don't care about English anymore. It's like from first grade, they're really excited. And I was like, oh, a Gaijin, I want to learn English. And then when they get to sixth grade, it's like, yeah, whatever, that kind of thing. But yeah, I was really happy that they enjoyed the class. So, I want to give them a chance to have fun because when they get to middle school, I don't know what middle school is like, but it's not going to be as fun as elementary school. So, yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Still have not gone out yet. Got my paycheck last week, but I'm trying not to spend my money yet. So I'll probably, I don't know, I might go out somewhere maybe in the next 2-3 weeks. But if I do, hopefully it'll be Osaka, and I'll let you know how Osaka is when I go. So, for now that's it. So I'll see you later.